Hey guys, Oria here from Samba Kennels, and today is the day that we're going to talk about Mr. Klaus. If you don't know who Mr. Klaus is, you probably haven't had internet for the last few years. This dog is basically the dog that transformed the history of the XL American Bullies in America and in the world. It's a Brazilian dog, a black fawn, which means he's a fawn color with a black nose, and a dog that is absolutely different than anything that most people have ever seen. And his appearance is so unique. His muscle expression is so beautiful, and he's got such a wow factor to him that he was actually the number one selling studs in America for a whole year, a record-breaking stud, especially because he was a fawn when everybody was looking for the merle studs and the tricolor studs, especially the lilac tris. This dog that I brought, and I had the guts to bring him because everybody, I was so in love with him when I first saw him. It was love at first sight, and I didn't care about color. That dog was so impressive that I said, he is the man. I'm gonna bring him. And I didn't have a doubt. I didn't have not this much of doubt of what I was doing. A lot of people called me crazy. A lot of people say, hey, you're investing in the wrong dog. He's this, he's that. For me, he's breed type. And he's a wow factor dog. And this is the base for me to have a stud. This is what I was looking for. I wanted to have a stud for my program that would stand out from anything that I have ever seen. And there I went to, my contact. When I saw the dog in the internet, I right away contacted the breeder, and I talked to him and I said, I want your dog. But before I bring him, I want to make sure that we do all the procedures that I do, health testing and money agreement. How are we going to do this? And this is the story that I'm going to tell you today. It's very interesting, so stay with me. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. That really helps me. And also share this story to any breeder or anybody that loves these American Bullies or the pit monsters that you think that it's going to be interested in watching. And stay tuned, because there's going to be a lot of good information, and I think you're going to love it. Okay, so the year is 2022, beginning of 2022. I decided that I really wanted to invest in an outstanding stud. So I needed something from Brazil. That was always my purpose with Samba Kennels. Starting with the name Samba, that means the rhythm of music from Brazil. We're very famous Brazil is famous for its soccer and its samba, which means the music, the rhythm, the dance. The carnival in Brazil is the soundtrack of carnival is called samba. It's a rhythm, it's a music, it's a tradition, and it reflects the Brazilian culture. So I started the name of my kennel exactly to portray everything of my background, where I come from, my culture. And I already knew that the base of Samba Kennels would be Brazilian pit monsters. They're called pit monsters in Brazil. When they come here to ABKC, they're registered American Bully, at least until this day. We don't know if that's going to still continue, or if we're going to be able, which I really want to have the pit monsters as a different breed. But that's a second episode that we're going to talk about. Right now, I want you guys to remember that the guy, the boy, the dog that started the whole wave of the pit monsters in America was Mr. Klaus Roacha, from my friends in Brazil, Alex and his wife Diana and the 3 kids. I love them. They're my family nowadays, and they're like family. And I'm gonna tell you why. There's a lot more to the story of Mr. Klaus than you think you know. So stay here with me. I want to show you a little video of Mr. Klaus so you understand. This video, when he hit, it was like more than 1 million views in like a couple of days. And it shows a little bit of what Mr. Klaus was. So I'm gonna let you listen to it a few seconds here, just so you have an idea of who we're talking about and how precious this dog is.
Meet the extreme XL American Bullies superstar, Claus Roacha from Samba Kennels. Imported from Brazil, this 2-year-old Titan boasts a striking 22-inch height, 132 pounds weight, and a 27.5-inch head. Klaus's standout features include his mighty shoulder and rear muscles, owing to his gaudy line Dax pedigree in the 5th and 7th generations. Yet despite his daunting build, Klaus has a loving demeanor and an irresistible love for balls, hanging tires, and traction work.
So here, this video went viral. It went viral. My friends at the Bully View asked me if they could make a video of Mr. Klaus. So they asked me for pictures and videos, and at that time I gathered all the videos that I had. Mostly, I didn't have him here for very long, so we gathered videos mostly from Brazil. And here I have in my highlights, I have Klaus. There's a highlight for him. And then there's a whole bunch of, I haven't really updated this very much. This is 120 weeks ago. So that was when he started coming here. I had so many shout out pages post him. It was just crazy, guys. It was like really crazy. Let me see here what we got. So this is where he used to live. He came from a town called Pará de Minas in Minas Gerais, which is a state in Brazil. It's kind of rural, a very, very humble community where he came from. And basically he was the dog bred by this family of Alex and his wife and the 3 kids, that help Alex a lot in the program. And at that time, Alex had a job. He used to work night shifts, because, like I said, guys, here in Brazil, there in Brazil, things are very, very different than here in America. And you know, he's a very hard-working man. And when I talked to him over the phone, and I said, "Hey, I met Klaus." I'm gonna leave these images. That's Klaus' dad. Look at the structure on this dog. He was a standard. He wasn't even a big dog, but he was perfect. Unfortunately, he passed. Komodo is his name. And that's Alexia. That's the little girl, the younger girl. So all these videos that you're seeing here, he was still in Brazil. He was still young, like under 18 months old. Because when I got him, he was 18 months old. So all these videos were prior to that. That's when he came here 120 weeks ago. That's me with him. Super sweet boy. Very, very sweet. And that's me right there. Look at me, how different I was. I'm getting older, like all of us. But he really came to set the bars higher in this game, because there was nothing like him. And I still, to this date, I have not seen a dog with the same traits that he does. Like, the muscle expression on this dog is absurd. And he does not have any insertions. He's a pure, what we call an XL American Bully. Here is a pure pit monster. There, before the Bulldogs insertions, that the recent pit monsters have more. Let me see what else. I'm talking too much here. Let me go. There he is when he was just arriving. That's his sister Hannah that I came to buy later on. Now she's here with us. She's the mom of our current litter. That's a picture of him. I love this picture because it shows his breed type. You know, it shows like the features, like the shoulder muscles, the rear muscles, the neck. You see the girth of that neck and the face. He's so much of a breed type in that picture. I love how it expresses what an XL American Bully should be. This is the first banner that I made for him, officially open for stud. And guys, in 5 months, I stopped counting how many inquiries I had of him, but I would guess at that time we had at least 500 inquiries by you know, about 4 or 5 months, and then I quit. I quit counting because it was crazy. Look at this picture of him here. He is so huge. Like, he's so wide, and he's just a muscle on top of muscle and bone. Oh, it's a video, I cannot stop this, but beautiful boy. But he was a fawn, and nobody really cared for fawns, and a lot of people really told me, said, you're crazy, you know, you're buying this dog and you're gonna bring this dog and he's amazing, but what if he doesn't sell? And I said, he will sell. I know 100% he will sell. Look at his face. He's just gorgeous. He's just gorgeous. So I brought him here. He was health tested before he came, and of course, as most of my males, and I already know, look at the frame. Look at the frame on him in the rear. My vet said that up to this date he has not seen a dog. He has not seen a dog with this kind of rear, and he's seen many. My doctor is like, our vets, our repro vet, Dr. Esmond. He's already retiring, just so you have an idea. He's been doing this for 30, 40 years. And he was a breeder too. So it's very, it was very nice when I went to see him for the first time. You know, we were starting to freeze semen from Claus, and he said, I've never seen anything like that. In that.
All right, one of the things about this dog that I find so impressive, I've seen thousands of dogs in my lifetime, and I have never in my life seen a dog with this much muscle expression compared to the body. Yes, he's really opened up in the front and he's a little wide here, but this kind of mass, you don't see this kind of muscle on a Rottweiler. I mean, anything. I have never seen a dog with an like that. And he's a good boy.
So this is the first banner that we made for him with his lineage. And remember that this is the dog I showed you guys. And he has DAX on both sides. Because we imported a dog, not we, but Brazilian breeders imported a female pregnant from Dax a few years ago. Well, I don't know, we're talking like 15 years ago in Brazil. And they bred them to XLs, the puppies from that female from Dax, and that's when this whole trend started in Brazil. That's him right here. That's him at a show. I took him to a show once. That's him right there, but he was so shy, and he had just arrived from the trip. He was not bonded with me fully yet, so he was very shy, and it was not a good thing to do, because some people were already hating on him. People took bad pictures, and imagine when a dog is shy in a dog show. He came from a village in Brazil. He didn't have contact with that many people. He only saw the same people over and over again. And imagine that. There he is, so beautiful. I took him to the show, and it's a enclosed environment. A lot of noises, a lot of people talking loud, and a lot of dogs. So everything was new for him. He was not understanding where he was. He was like a month or two after he arrived. But I still wanted to see how he was going to behave, so I could understand a little bit more about him. I love that video. And he didn't really like it. Honestly, he was not comfortable. And when a dog is not comfortable, what do? They usually tend to lower their head, tuck their tail, and crunch themselves. So that's how he was the whole show. He didn't want to, you know, he was very scared and very unsure. And some people took advantage of that, especially because Mr. Klaus, you know, the dog that everyone was talking about, is at a show. Well, let's take bad pictures of him and let's post in the internet. I had a lot of hating, unfortunately, but it's okay. If people are hating on us, that means that you're doing something right. I'm not afraid of hate. It's actually a great way to know that we got fans. They are the ones that love us and watch us closely, or closer, you know. And Mr. Klaus did that. He drawn the attention. This is when we shared our booth with Bossy Kennels at Nationals 2023. There he was. Claus was there. That's Dave Wilson. He went there to meet him, the president of ABKC. Claus with the puppies. He's very good with all the dogs. He's very respectful of the pack, and he's very protective of his pack. So this is Claus here. That's the lineage again. Shout out to João Graphics from Brazil. He did this banner. He does all the breeding banners and stud banners. It's very popular within the breeders. This is me again talking. I was invited for so many channels to talk about him. Just so you have an idea, he had a stud lock breaking record in his lane, for sure. In a year, we sold 35 studs of him, and we had over 1,000 inquiries. And just in a year, that was crazy. That was like overwhelming. But what I want to tell you guys about is the Roacha family. Let's talk about the Roacha family. I'm gonna post a little bit of, let me see if there's a picture of the family here. So when I talked to Alex, I noticed that they're humble people and they love their dogs. You know, the breed is like, he has these dogs as his kids. This is a very iconic image of Claus. I love that video. So Alex and his wife and his kids bring these dogs, you know, day and night, taking care of them. We know the hustle. We know, everybody that's a breeder knows how hard it is to breed, especially in Brazil. Especially in Brazil, where, you know, the money is a lot less. Oh, that's one of Alex's kids. And they were hustling. They were struggling in Brazil. Alex, his breeder, his owner, he had a night job in order to maintain the kennels, you know, and the dogs. He had like 10, 12 dogs already, and that's a lot, you know, plus the kids. So he had the kennels, and he also worked a part-time job or a nighttime job. And that opportunity for him to sell this dog to America was huge. So I had two choices. I could have just bought Claus for a price that, you know, it was high. It was high for me. It was going to be excellent for him. But I knew that if I did that, maybe he wouldn't have the joy of feeling, how do I say this? I knew Claus was going to be successful, and I was going to make Claus successful independently. I was going to put all my love and my effort into this dog because I knew the potential. I believed him. So I decided to, instead of buying Claus outright, I decided to offer a partnership with Canil Roacha. Oops, there he is, Canil Roacha. He lost his page, unfortunately. That's the page of the breeder, Alex, Canil Roacha. And here is the page of Claus. Let's see his highlights. He probably has some stuff that's older. Oh no, he doesn't have too much stuff of Claus here because he lost his page. But my baby. So this is Alex, and let me see if we have a video of him here. Now he has Clone, which is my production. Look at him with my t-shirt here.
Fala, meus queridos. Queridos, e aí pessoal, ninhada luxo.
That's Alex, and that's him with me in Brazil. We finally got to meet him. And this is Clone, a Chuck Norris son. He's my production. But let's go back to Claus here. Let me see if I find a picture of the girl. There she is. This is Alex's daughter. So it's a beautiful family. They have 3 kids, this girl and 2 older boys. The boys are always helping in the kennel. There he is. That's what I wanted to show you guys. This family, when I bought Claus, and I'm gonna get emotional here because I bonded with them so much that I didn't want to just buy them outright. And I'm talking with all my emotion here because we became friends, and I saw the struggle that they were going through. They were building their kennels by hand, him and the kids. Even the little girl would help. I have videos here that if I find, I'm gonna try to put them here, but I get emotional because I knew the struggle that they were going through. And I didn't want to just buy the dog. The money would have been great for them, but it would have been just once. My feelings told me to offer him something differently. So what I told him was, I give you some money, I bring the dog, and for 1 year, we share the profit. We 50-50 the profit of the studs. Okay? This is exactly what I did. I paid for the health testing in Brazil, make sure that the dog was healthy. I decided to bring him when everything was okay. I gave him some cash up front. I paid for the transport. And from then on, whatever I sold, everything that I sold, I had my contracts. I would show him the contract. He was my partner. I made them, not him, just the family, them, my partners. And for 1 year, my idea was to keep him here for a year, because I also didn't want to invest on a dog if I didn't, even though I was 100% sure that I could do it, because I'm also a businesswoman and I always try to play safe. I told him and I said, listen, let's keep him here for a year. And if in that year things don't work out, I'll send him back to you. But whatever he makes here, it's half and half. He liked the idea, and this is what we did. Well, guess what? 1 year later, 1 year have passed, and we were able to, Klaus changed the game. Everybody knew who he was. Everybody inquired me about him. If not everybody that I know, like, there's not one kennel that have not talked to me about him that I can think of. This is how huge this dog was. And I'm saying, guys, I've never seen anything like that. I've never seen anything like that before. So, so when he came, this is some of the kids. This video is very, very popular with these 2 kids from the village. And look at his big smile. So I don't want to get sidetracked, and I'm sorry if I do, because sometimes I'm gonna see some videos and I want to show them to you. But I'm gonna leave a video here playing in mute just so you can see images of Klaus, okay, while I'm speaking. This is the older video. It's 2 years old, but there you go. So at least I can talk and explain a little bit about the negotiation. So in 2022, he was a tremendous success. He was a tremendous success. Because of him, a lot of other breeders started buying dogs from Brazil, which is great. This is what I wanted. This is what I was telling you about the Samba name. I wanted to import dogs from Brazil. And that's when I found Klaus, and I said, he's the guy. I don't care that he's a black fawn. And why, like I explained before, he's a fawn coat with a black nose. That's called a black fawn. There's also the blue fawns that they carry dilute, and they're usually blue nose. That's not his case. So he has the worst color in the market to work with. It's considered one of the worst colors. But luckily, even though he doesn't carry the dilute color, he carries the tri. And we knew already that he carried tri because in Brazil he had tri puppies. As long as the female is a tri carrier or a tri visual. So I focused on him and I said, I'm bringing him and I know he's going to turn out. I know he's going to be a successful stud. And I knew that with my experience, with my expertise, I was going to make him, I was going to show the best of him to the world. And enough being said, I talked to Alex, everything worked out. He stayed here for a year. It was a tremendous success, as you can see. He became one of the most successful XL American bullies in the world, or pit monsters in the world. And we also bonded. Claus and I bonded in a way that it's almost like I already knew this dog. It's almost like I already knew this dog, the soul of this dog. We bonded so well, and he trusted me so much. Like immediately he started trust building. Of course it takes a while. It takes like at least 3 months for a dog to actually adapt to their new environment, and especially because of his demeanor, he is very shy and he doesn't like strangers very much. It took him a little longer, but once we bonded, this dog, he's in love with me. He's my shadow. He's my guardian. He protects me and my family and my house. And it's time for him to go. And when I realized that it was about time for him to go back, and I had only two choices. I either buy him off or I send him back. And of course, for the Roacha family, what I did was the best. I could have just gave him the money straight up front and bought the dog, but I wanted them, because of the struggle that they were suffering that I told you, I wanted them to enjoy each sale, enjoy each video, enjoy each live. Every time people posted about this dog, is one thing when you let the dog go to somebody else. You're still going to be happy and enjoying, but it's a little different taste when you are a part of it. And for me, being a part of it had a bigger, greater value than just the money itself, because money comes and goes. But those memories that I was helping them build, that is a kind of value that no material will ever substitute. So I do get emotional, and I'm sorry, but this has a lot more meaning to me and to my personal beliefs than just buying a dog. And even though I face my dog business very seriously and very strategically, I never let go of my gut feelings. I never let go of my respect for other breeders, respect for human beings, and respect for the dogs, of course, first and foremost. So this was amazing. This made me grow as a person, made me grow as a breeder, and thanks to Claus, Samba Kennels is what Samba Kennels is now. I'm not going to say that I am the breeder that I am, because I was already very successful in the dogos and very well known worldwide due to my career in dogos. But starting a new breed like the bullies and learning from scratch a new breed, even though I'm an experienced breeder, when you have to learn a new breed, it's almost like you're starting all over again. And this dog, in only 2 years of breeding, this dog put me on the map. So I'm extremely thankful for the Roacha family, first and foremost, for giving me the opportunity of bringing him here without even giving them money up front. They trusted me. And in gratitude to that trust, I gave them back something that is, in my opinion, more valuable than money. And I'm sure that they will tell you the same. After 1 year, we shared a lot of successful breedings and successful profit too, which why not? It's great, right? And I was happy to share each one of this, each cent with them. But after a year, I had to make a decision, and I said I'm buying him. So I talked to Alex. We got to another expensive value after everything that I paid, but not expensive for what he had already given me, but it was a high price dog. And I paid him off, and with that money, he bought the ranch that they're living now. They bought a ranch with space for the dogs, and he's been working on it. They're still on the process of working. I think it's been like a year and a half that I bought him, or 2 years. But I'm very, very grateful for Klaus, for everything that he's done for me as a person, for me as a breeder, for the family that brought him to this earth, let's say it that way, to this planet. And I'm grateful for everything that he given me as far as legacy. I have Tetra, I have Viviana, I have Silva that's now co-owned with a friend. I have so many beautiful, we had so many beautiful breedings. And the funny thing is that Klaus has a lot of pit bull in his background. And actually, I'm gonna put here the Pitpedia for Klaus, so you can understand a little bit more about his bloodline. Okay, so guys, that's it. I hope you understood a little bit about the story behind Klaus. These things, I don't think that people talk about it too much, but it is important for me to show you what Klaus, all the history behind Klaus, and how much he means to me, how much this dog means not only to me as a breeder, but as a person. Let's write here, Klaus Kennels Roacha. Oh, I can't see without my glasses, guys, sorry. Oh, there we go. Samba Kennels, Pitpedia, there we go. I'm gonna show you the pedigree. So here, Komodo is the father, this dog here. The mama is Resilient Monster Sombra. Sombra has a lot of the pit monsters from Brazil that came from Dax, and some American Pit Bull Terriers here, closer to American Pit Bull Terrier. You see that they're not pitties, you know, they're not pits like the functional ones, but you can see that they have more terrier traits. And on the other side too, a little bit, but we do have a lot of American Bully pockets. Look at El Catch, for example, which is a great-grandfather. He's a son of Chaves Cashpot, which is a son of Dax. Chaves Cashpot is Dax and Godline Diamond Girl. And here on the other side we have Hazel, which is also full of pockets here in the background. So, and oh, this is my banner right here. Look at this. So anyways, Klaus is he's just something else, you know, like he's really one of a kind. He changed the game in the bully community. People love him, people hate him, but they're always talking about him. And there you go. This is showing me my Google Ads here. There we go. Here's my website. I want to show you the stud page. We have here Tractor. Let me see our dogs, studs. This is where I have the info on Mr. Klaus. His stud fee is $10,000 with a $2,000 deposit. We're still selling Mr. Klaus until this date. Just so you guys know, we just sold him to Australia a year ago, and we had 2 breedings there. And I still have frozen semen in Australia. He was used in the UK before before the ban. I also have semen in the UK that I should be transferring to Europe soon. And then we have Chuck Norris here, we have Tractor, we have Shake, and then we have Silva. Okay, and soon we're gonna have Puma. Puminha is gonna be here. There he is, and we're gonna be studying him out. I have this boy here for sale for pet only, or with breeding rights co-owned with me. Okay, pet only, $3,500. This is Claus' son with Fortuna. His name is T'Challa. Collab with my friends at Samba Kennels, both of them. The kid, they are the kids that I chose from our part of the partnership. This breeding between Claus and Fortuna, both of them imported from Brazil. This was the first pit monster litter, 100% pit monsters, which means the first litter that we know of in American soil of 2 Brazilian dogs. And this boy is Puma. He's already 6 months old now, both of them. And this is T'Challa, that I call him Panther. And he is $3,500 pet, or $5,000 with breeding rights, but co-owned with me if it's breeding rights. Puma, I'm not selling him unless somebody pays what I'm asking, but I'm not really even thinking of selling him. And because he's gonna be my next stud, and I already have people interested in locking him in, and I said not right now, let him grow a little bit. I have like 6 people already inquiring on Klaus' son here, and him. But him, I was, I couldn't keep 2 dogs from Klaus. I needed to keep one of the males from Klaus, and I chose Puma because of his traits he's a smaller dog. He's got a different type of face, and that one's gonna be very tall, longer, and it's just a preference for my breeding program. I'm keeping Puma and I'm letting go T'Challa. So if you're interested in a Klaus Black Sun, I got one for you. So there you go, guys. As that being said, this is Mr. Klaus, the guy that changed the game. He was probably one of the most sought after dogs in the world in 2022, 2023. And now we have his kids, and I have Tetra that I just bred to Shake, and she's confirmed. We already had, even before confirmation, we had already 3 deposits on this litter. And I should open another few because we do have more puppies. So I'm very excited for the legacy of Klaus in Samba Kennels, and the way that I had my belief that he was gonna bring me the results that I was expecting, and he did. And a lot of people that used him also are seeing the results now. After the puppies are older, they started changing, because Brazilian bloodlines, they are late growers, guys. They don't show what they're gonna be until they're like 8, 9, 10 months old. And his pups are now starting to mature, and we're starting to see them how the traits that he passes, he prints. Even though he's an outcross to most of the dogs here from America, he prints this type so strongly, especially in the boys, especially in the fawn boys, and he always threw a lot of fawns. But on the second generation, and I used to say that all the time, and I keep saying it, I think his kids are going to be better producer than he was, because he was a first outcross, the first generation of an outcross. The second generation, when these breeders use his sons and daughters back to him or back to the mom's side, that's when you're gonna see the magic coming. And oh, I can't wait to see my litter. Shake and Tetra, even though Shake is not closely related to Klaus, I think very barely minimum in the back. It's more of an outcross, but Shake and Tetra has some adios in the back. So, whew, I can't even imagine what this litter is gonna be. But there you go. This is Claus Roacha. This is my website. If you're interested in using him, he's open to studs, and I don't bring the price down. I do finance, it's available, but I don't bring it down because I know how much this dog is worth. I know how much his name is worth and how much he can add to a program. And you know, I raised his fee slowly, and now he's at a point that I don't really care to sell his studs anymore unless somebody pay what he's worth. So this is a way of me kind of controlling his bloodline a little bit and just letting him go for very selective breeders, okay? And that's it. So I hope you really enjoyed the history of Mr. Klaus and how I had the bond with the family. I wanted to talk about his personality. There's one thing that I forgot to tell about. He was very shy in the beginning, and now he's extremely overly confident that he takes care of my house. He loves puppies. Oh my God, he loves puppies. Well, every time I have a litter, like I have the litter from Tractor, he gets very defensive. Like he doesn't like new people coming around the puppies. He gets, you know, he barks. He lets them know that I'm the man here. He barks very strongly. And but what I love about these dogs from Brazil is that I can have my whole yard full with the males and the females, and there's never a fight. Of course, I never leave them unsupervised, and I never leave them under situations that might trigger a fight, like, you know, food or a bone for them to choose or chew, or toys. So you got to be always watching it. But definitely Mr. Klaus, he's one of the most balanced minded dogs that I've ever had. Extremely balanced, extremely focused and serious, but he does not fight. He will probably chase like smaller animals, but he's not. He just is very jealous of me. If I got him on a leash and another dog that he doesn't know approaches me, he might get mad. He might even nip at them, like saying not to attack, but just get away from my mama. So that's it. I cannot stress enough how much Klaus has changed my life, how much Klaus has changed many people's life. Everybody that used him, you know, tells me the same thing about the personality of their puppies and how much it resembles them of him, because he really throws a lot of himself. Let me see here if we have I want to show you another video of Klaus just to finish this episode. There he is. It does a little slide here. No, but that's not the video I wanted you guys to see. One thing that I tell you, look at this boy. This is Silva. That's my keeper, son of Klaus. Look how similar they are. He just spits himself on the fawn boys. And mind you, Silva and Tetra and Viviana, they are total outcross. The mom is Lily, which is a King Zion and Boss's Tetra daughter. That's Viviana. That's a Klaus daughter too. This is Tetra. Everybody knows Tetra and Vivi. Look at them. I'm gonna show them better to you here. Silva, Tetra. Okay, my three keepers. Look at the spread on this girl, guys. It's crazy. And for being an extreme like outcross, a complete outcross, it's crazy how he's a, we call it a raçador. He throws the breed, he puts the breed type on his kids, you know, even being an outcross. That's Viviana, his one of his daughters that I have. Look at her. She's only 17 months here. Look at this girl. Can you imagine what she's gonna be when she's 3? And I'm breeding her soon. I think I'm gonna breed her either to Tractor or to Chic. Can you guys please comment here if you prefer to see Viviana with Tractor or Chic? Or Shake, because we read Chic, but we say Shake. I want to see what you guys think, because I'm still in doubt if I'm gonna breed them to breed her to Chic, to Shake, or to my Tractor. So there you go. This is another video. Oh, look at Tetra here. Look how impressive this girl is. And she's only 17 months here too. 16 or 17 months. Look at that girl. I'm very, very happy with my productions from Claus. This is Puma, another son of Claus, the one that I just showed you. Look at this picture of him. He's Claus in a black suit. And he's a full black. Look at that. He's got a little tiny little spot, a white spot here, but he's a full black. I cannot imagine what this guy is going to turn into. You know, very, very beautiful. So guys, just to close here, what I wanted to tell you is, when you believe in something, have a vision. As a breeder, you have to have a vision. You have to know what you want. Don't go after trends and don't go on what everybody else is doing. Build your own trend. Make your vision. Believe in that vision. That's going to be, if you believe in your vision and you make that happen for yourself, people will watch you and they're going to follow your lead. They're going to understand that, well, and this is what I basically did. I had my vision. I went to get a dog from Brazil. I found a dog that nobody would have thought I would ever get. Even though people liked him here in America, everybody had their eyes on him. Nobody went there and put the gate, you know, said, no, I'm gonna bring him, you know, I know what I'm doing. Nobody did. I did. And I'm proud that I did, because it is what it is. You know, look what he given me. Look what he gave to the bully world. Look at the kids that he produced, and look at the history that this boy made. There's like before and after Mr. Klaus, and I am so proud. Look at him here. I am so proud of having had that thought of, you know, go get him. I just trusted my feelings. My gut feelings was telling me, bring him. He's something else, and I did. Here's a video of Silva and his dad, Claus and his son. Look how similar they are. Look how this dog is impressive, and they have the same traits. You can't even tell which one is which, you know. And Silva was just like 15 months here in November, yeah. So guys, thank you for watching. I really appreciate you listening to me and my story. And I know sometimes I sidetrack and sometimes I don't follow a script. I just like to be spontaneous and let my emotions flow here, especially when I'm talking about my dogs. The next chapter, I'm going to talk about Tractor and how was the process of bringing Tractor. And I probably forgot about a whole bunch of things, you know, curiosity and things about Claus, but I would love to know. If you want to know something, just leave your comment here in this section, and I would be happy to answer it to one of you. Believe in your vision, have a vision, understand what kind of dog you love, believe in it, and put your plans to action. That's all you gotta do. All it takes, nobody's gonna do it for you, you know. Nobody was gonna do it for me. I just went and I trusted my guts and I said, I'm gonna go and grab him, and I did. And there he is. my beautiful boy, Mr. Klaus. He's here in Texas. He's gonna be here forever because I'm not selling him. I'm not letting him go. And he's my buddy. He's my best friend now. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you can understand a little bit more about Samba Kennels and how we came here. It's all because of him. Mr. Klaus, we love you. I love you.